Believe in yourself. Camuxio wants you to discuss peace with Frixio. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to home of these ones. Ah, there you are, Lavenza. We have just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, the Walking Ones who aided Norixia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial Ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Totorak. Would that this one had not. In Totorak, a sinister one robed in black tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister one robed in black? Why do I have the feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? They're troublemakers, but dealt with easily enough. Elder Frixio, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seedseer. This one sees. So Walking Ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes. Your people summoned the Lord of Levin but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one well knows and respects Horned One Kane Senna. Be assured, like Walking Ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial Ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how. So this one fled to Little Solace with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But Walking Ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as Walking Ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, Walking Ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desire peace with Walking Ones of Gridania, and so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the Sylphs, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile toward towards trespassers. But what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered self's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold. A timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Phrixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Kane Senna. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. For now. That Sylph Elder's very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Was that a jab? Or a jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us couldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Waking Sands and tell Minfilia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this. And while we see to that, we should appreciate if you would deliver Phrixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Phrixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together, let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Please wait, Walking One Lavenza. This one has yet to give Walking One a token of this one's appreciation. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon Walking One as a symbol of these ones' trust. Didn't even have to fight a primal for this crystal. Or a Gubu. I mean, I guess I had to fight a scorpion spider thing. All right, halfway there. It's like, what the hell did I just see? This one was not mistaken about Walking One. Walking One is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. Wow. Okay. A brilliant light from within Walking One enveloped the crystal. This one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking One to watch Touched Ones. So long as Touched Ones are not troubled, Touched Ones will not make trouble. If Walking One witnesses Touched Ones making no trouble, mayhap Walking One can testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for Touched Ones. Man, all this talking. Dry mouth and crud buildup. I apologize for that. All right, so let's go look out somewhere. Okay, so it's right there. Okay, you don't have to interact with it at all. Nope. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. You know what, I may just keep the blur up just in case. Because anytime I gotta type anything out, you know, I don't want to like blast my free company's stuff into the ether. All right. Oh, okay, this is back to Gridania now. Yeah, I don't recall. I mean, I know obviously, like, you know, we do more in the Sylphlands and deal with Ramuh, but I don't remember, you know, what the cause of it is, what the, you know, what gets the ball rolling there. And thusly another reason why I'm doing New Game Plus, you know, because, again, so much of this stuff I just don't remember. Ah, if it isn't Lavenza, how went the meeting with the Sylphs? The fluid lettering of Little Solace Elder Frixio is as beautiful as it is unintelligible. A missive from the Sylph Elder himself, if I may. So the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramuh. And so long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. So that's probably, it'll probably be Imperial involvement that'll get the touched ones all, or the tempered ones, which it's the same thing, all worked up. The Elder Seed Seer will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed our overtures, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we will channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You have done this nation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. Back from the wood. Commander Hiloi appears to have more to say. The Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the Elder Seedseer to no end. But owing to your efforts, she will be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. I don't recall if she's involved at all. No, because I think it's all just, you know, the research that Alize and, what is it, like Beck Lug or whatever, do on the first. Once again, I thank you. Had the Scions of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Oh, I can do that right now. Hello? Hello, Lavenza. Can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Yida and Papalimo returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gordanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. And back to Horizon. I'm curious how long this part or whatever of New Game Plus is, because I was really surprised to finish part 1 in one night, and this is the third night of part 2. Watch, it'll probably be like this. Like, I'll talk to Minfilia or whatever, and then that'll be the end of this this part. Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer, welcome back, Lavenza. Lady Minfilia awaits you within the solar. Please enter at your leisure. So are we going to get an update to... Oh, cutscene. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramuh has finally been resolved. I fear resolved bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim. Yet I am well satisfied that the Lord of Levin will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Thancred is sparing no effort. They are many in one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. Are they talking about the Ascians, maybe? I see. Ah, I've been meaning to ask, but is Alize quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't, and nor have I, alas. Alize has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldessian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed? Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. It is good to see you again, Lavenza. I've been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelveswood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramuh from the list. So who's next? The Sahagin and Leviathan? The Lord of the World has not answered his minions' call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices. For a time, at least. For a time bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Ishtola says. Unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? The Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long. You may depend upon it. Indeed. So then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with Gridania. Wait, I meant Garuda, who is the primal of the Ixal, who live near Gridania. Yes, that's what I meant. So many mounds to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not long have waited for a more practical, practicable. Yeah, wow. Okay, let's just try that all over again. Were he still with us, we should not long have waited for a more practicable solution. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? Yeah, again, I don't recall Sid being missing. Like, I just thought he was always around. But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the sylphs, under the sage guidance of the Seed Seers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. Is there something else, Lavenza? Beg pardon? A man named La Habrea, sporting a red mask and robed in black? 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Ascians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think... Eek! Tataru! Oh. It's a sylph. A sylph? In Thanalin? At long last, this one finds Walking One Lavenza. This one is most dependable of these ones. Is sent by Elder One Frixio to help Walking Ones. This one is called Noraxia. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Noraxia. Well, isn't that just adorable? Oh yeah, people are sitting out in different places. Ah, Lavenza, pray do not concern yourself with my welfare. My current investigation has yielded some curious results, and at present I am pondering how best to proceed. Yeah, he's investigating something that is like at once one and many. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Ah, I think this may be the third of the brothers. Excuse me, lass, this may sound strange, but you haven't by chance seen a fellow who looks exactly like me. I'm looking for my twin brothers, see, and I heard they might have come through here. Ah, they could be dead for all I know. At least it feels like I've been chasing ghosts for an eternity now. Nope, I've seen the other two. Greetings, Scion. I come on behalf of the students of Baldesi, and you may address me as Clive. Is there some reason you are still here? Please carry on. I'm not here to see you. What are you doing, silly? There's nothing to eat down there. I promise. Yeah, there's nothing down there. Cutie. Oh, Biggs and Wedge. Ah, if only Master Garland were still with us. He was a brilliant man, full of life and purpose, kind and generous. He taught us everything we know about engineering. Though believe me, he could also be a very hard person to please. He would force us to completely rebuild devices if even a single flaw was discovered. I can only imagine what he'd say if he saw the tiny Bronco. People in masks cannot be trusted, but Biggs and I wear masks all the time when welding. Okay. Knowest thou the import of the broken staff within the solar? It fell from the grasp of Archon Louis Soir, the man who, in his abiding love for all Eorzeans, shielded us against the storm of the calamity. The stars wheel across the heavens, and the skies brighten once more. The survivors gather and ignite a fiery dawn to burn away the glowering shroud. Ah, but destiny, thou art beautiful. Okay, that was very Urianger. I'm starting to wonder if it's worth the hassle to prove who he was. I mean, maybe some folk would say, good on you, mate, thanks for fighting to save Eorzea and whatnot. But I reckon most would ask what we've done for him lately, if not spit in our faces for allowing Bahamut to blow up half the god's damn world. I still, I think I missed a conversation with her at some point. It feels like I have some missing information. There are two types of Alamegans: fools who wish to fight back, but know not how, and cowards who have chosen to run from their worries. The young man over there is a striking example of the former. Me, I'm the latter. Or couldn't you tell? Ooh. Noraxia. Walking ones from Ul'dah have not seen these ones before. This one knows. Still, must walking ones make such screaming sounds when seeing this one's face? This one cannot get a wink of rest. Noraxia and I both wear a mask. We're going to get along famously. I just know it. Look, Noraxia, I realize that this makes no sense to you, but you must try to be more discreet. Years ago, a law was enacted in Ul'dah whereby... please just trust me and stay out of sight. Oh. Ehrenwald. I'm to meet with the antecedent soon to discuss a matter of great import. Abba thinks it's about my first official mission. I suppose it would be good if it was, yes? I mean, I'm not sure if I'm ready, but still. Yeah, it's gonna... I didn't know Ehrenwald was around this early. And it's gonna be good to go back and kind of see his story again, because... he plays a bigger part now, but it felt like he was around, early on, and then just disappeared forever. And then popped back up, and it's like I completely forgot, what he was doing, early on. A masked man? I vaguely recall some Amalja ranting about something like that in the middle of a skirmish. Of course, I wasn't listening too closely on account of the fact their friends were trying to kill me. I don't mean to waste your time, friend, but that's the only thing what comes to mind. Ah, save the best for last. As you have doubtless witnessed in your travels, the lands of Eorzea are gasping under the pall of a suffocating darkness. I must wonder if it is this darkness that ignites disaster, or simply that disaster has left such gloom in its wake. Jeez. One thing is for certain, now is not the time to relax our vigilance. One of these days, I'm gonna get good at reading aloud. Practice makes perfect, as they say. Okay, so... Oh, okay. I gotta speak with her again. Yes, Tataru is as ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, Lavenza, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Man, already they're like, you are the central character. Let a darkness threatens. Oh, yet a darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Ascians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. Ah, there it is. Well, there we go, the end of part 2. Thank you so much for watching this video. I've had a lot of fun doing these streams, and if you want to join me live, the link to my Twitch is down below. And if you've liked this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.